Welcome back to MTG Burgeoning, your channel for all things magic. Well, I think what we're going to do today is, we're going to take this Witherbloom Witchcraft pre-constructed commander deck from Strixhaven, and we're going to deconstruct it. Hello, what's up, MTG BC, baby? That is the MTG Burgeoning community. We are going to take this Witherbloom Witchcraft pre-constructed deck, and we are going to deconstruct it. So we'll just go with the pull tab right there. We're going to slide this baby right out of its packaging. We are very disappointingly going to discard the outside because there's no big card there anymore, which is most disappointing. And again, they have these strange pull-out features. Like, I don't know what this is for. I'm going to pull it out and keep it. These things, I'm not sure that they could be good place setters. I know for me, to make sure I remind myself to not miss any of my upkeep triggers, like draw an extra card or scry or something like that, I'll always leave a little counter or die on my deck, on my library, just to make sure that I don't forget to do that. So that could be a good placeholder to do that instead. And here's our box, which again is different. Got the additional packaging in here to keep everything nice and tight. We have our Learn How to Play Commander pamphlets and the underrated spin down life counters. These are not that bad. They really are not that terrible. And the deck box will go there because this is the precious. This is what we're looking at right here. Pre-constructed sealed Commander decks. Let's pull this tab and let's liberate this Golgari deck from its oppressive wrapping. All right, here we go. Are you excited for some Witherbloom? I don't know. Let's see. They got to convince me about this deck. So let's check it out. We got Willow Dusk, the Essence Seer, as the front-facing commander. Some creativity may be needed in order to make this commander as strong as possible, but I'm open to playing around with it to see exactly what we could do with Willow Dusk. And Guillaume, now I've heard this pronounced Giome and I've heard this pronounced Guillaume, and I wonder if the Guillaume may be in reference to Robert Guillaume, who was the actor who portrayed a character on a show called Benson, who one of his duties as butler was to be the chef. And I wonder if this may be any part of Guillaume being a chef in honor of Robert Guillaume as Benson. I don't know, but I'd like to think maybe. All right, so this is a very interesting set of mechanics. I'm not sure how strong the Master Chef here could be. I think perhaps this could be more of a flavorful, fun deck than it could be anything that might be pseudo or uber competitive. But again, we're going to test it out and we're going to see. So those are our two commanders. All right, so here we go. We've got the Honor Trolls. That's going to be the first several cards here are going to be the reprints from Strixhaven. The set itself. There's the campus again. You know, better than a Gainland, better than a Guildgate, maybe better than a Temple. I don't know. We'll test it. We'll find out. I mean, it is a mana sink. It happens. All right, Study Hall. Oh, here we go. Can't have enough Ancient Cravings. Great card there. Oh, the Bloodthirsty Aerialist. Boy, was this a scourge during its time in Standard. Epicure of Blood. Whenever you gain a life, each opponent loses one life. So this is Sanguine Bond on a stick, correct? Okay. Feed the Swarm. Black's first enchantment removal. All the way to the present time. That's a long way to wait. Oh, reprinting and downshifting of Greed. Okay, yeah, look at that, boy. They are just... Recent artwork is just all about magic characters just vomiting up gold. I mean, look at this guy. He is in some clear discomfort. Jeez. All right, so we got a Reckless Spite, Silver Smote Ghoul, Suffer the Past. Okay. Oh, the Vampire Nighthawk. This is one of the best 3-drops ever printed, in my opinion, for just an investment of 3, 2/3 with 3 keywords, and they're all amazing. You got protection with Death Touch, you've got evasiveness with flying, and you have life draining with the lifelink. Love the Vampire Nighthawk. All right, Cultivate, of course. Can't have a green pre-constructed commander deck without a Cultivate. Gift of Paradise, Pulse of Marasa. Of course, there's your Rampant Growth, the Leyline Prowler, the Molder Vine Reclamation. There's our Arcane Signets. Wondering when that bad boy was going to show up. Elixir of Immortality, the Paradise Plume, Pristine Talisman. Not a fan of the 3. Would have preferred that to be a 2. And there's our Soul Ring. Reprint of Sun Droplet. All right, there you go. Talisman of Resistance from MH1. All right, now we're getting into some of our lands here. We got Blighted Woodland. Oh, just one Blighted Woodland. And there's the Blight Mound. This is a pest-specific enchantment. And we're okay with that. We really are, because we run a deck that's going to be very happy to include that in its pool. All right, we have an Essence Pulse. What the heck is this? Okay, so this is going to be decent in a life gain deck. So yeah, jump through a few hoops in order to get the biggest bang out of your buck for that card. Marshland Bloodcaster. Tivash the Gloom Summoner. More about life gain. This is a life gain deck. I mean, that is really the archetype that this Golgari Commander deck is kind of focusing on, particularly with the creation of so many food tokens. All right, so we have Vane Witch Coven, Blossoming Bog Beast. Nice. Here come our chunk of rares and mythic rares as a root channeler. Healing Technique with the Demonstrate mechanic. For me, I'm planning to shy away from probably every Demonstrate card possible. If you're a fan of the channel, you know that I have a propensity to stay away and avoid all cards that could potentially help out opponents in any way. Group Hug for me? No, 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 no. Group Slap is more what I'm about in my deck. All right, so we have Pest Infestation. All right, we're getting some more of those pest creature tokens. Sprout Back Trudge. Trudge Garden. Come on, camera, get in there and focus for us. All right, it'll work. Eudora Grave Gardener. Now, this is going to be a very interesting card to toy around with. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you may return it to the battlefield face down under its owner's control, and it becomes a forest land. That is going to have some amazing abilities in the right kind of deck. So that's definitely a card that we want to keep our eyes on. All right, Revival Experiment. This one I'm a little iffy about trying to test out, because I believe other options to get cards out of the graveyard may be better than losing 3 life per card for an investment of 6 mana. We'll have to see how that one works. All right, Witch's Clinic. All right, very good. Target commander gains lifelink. Geez, that's on a rare land. All right, seems a little underpowered for a rare. All right, Blood Tracker. Tracking some blood. Okay, drawing some cards, +1/+1 counters. Reprint of Damnable Pact. Deadly Tempest. Destroy all creatures. Each player loses life equal to the number of creatures destroyed. All right, Defiant Bloodlord. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. Isn't that just what we talked about earlier with Sanguine Bond and one of the earlier creatures? Pretty sure it was. I wonder if we'll come across a Sanguine Bond. All right, Noxious Gear Hulk. A mythic. Ooh, there's Obnixilis Reignited. That's not a bad planeswalker to have in a commander deck. Very good, because, yeah, draw some cards, destroy creatures. Not too shabby. Sangromancer. That one's seen as... Oh, and there it is. Sanguine Bond. Okay, so we definitely have a Sanguine Bond deck here. So card number 1 to include in upgrading this deck. I can't imagine it's already in the pre-constructed deck list, but card number 1 to include in this if you're trying to upgrade the overall deck would be Exquisite Blood. You have any one of these Sanguine Bond effects out and play under your control with a copy of Exquisite Blood, and you're pretty much going to win the game as long as you can gain some life or deal damage or have an opponent lose some life. That will be game over. Taste of Death from Throne, okay. Ageless Entity, Nissa's Renewal, Verdant Sun's Avatar, alrighty. Gaze of Granite, oh, love the Gorgons, you gotta love the Gorgons. Gluttonous Troll, food tokens, baby, food tokens. Oh, Sapling of Kalfiner got reprinted here. Oh, how awesome. Man, many, many moons have passed since this card has seen a printing. Awesome. Love to see Sapling. Oh, wow, they put Alhammarit's Archive in here? Wow, this was like a... Was this around like a $20 or so card prior to its being reprinted here? I either forgot or failed to realize that this was in this deck, but boy, that's a good card with the synergy of gaining life. Wow, very cool. All right. Nice. Nice inclusion. Druidic Satchel. What am I putting that there for? Druidic Satchel. The Luxodon Warhammer. This time at rare. Sometimes it's uncommon. Sometimes it's rare. Oh, Venser's Journal. I want you to tell me, MTGBC, in the comment section below, what are your genuine, sincere thoughts with Venser's Journal? For me, the investment of 5 to get no maximum hand size, when I can do that for 0 with Reliquary Tower, or for 2 with a Thought Vessel, and then having at the beginning of your upkeep gaining 1 life for each card in your hand, is this spell truly worth it? This was also a card, if I remember correctly, that was getting higher and higher in price, around the $10 range, I think, prior to it being reprinted in this Witherbloom Witchcraft pre-constructed deck. What do you think about this card? Venser's Journal. Well of Lost Dreams. Oh, you cannot have too many Exotic Orchards. Every single deck can have one of those babies in there. High Market. All right. There you go. Golgari Painland with the Llanowar Wastes. There's our Golgari Temple. And, of course, our Command Tower. Gingerbread Cabin. Another Throne throwback. All right. We have our Rue Land. We have our Gain Land. There's our Myriad Landscape. Radiant Fountain. Rogue's Passage. Sapseep Forest. Tainted Wood. Okay, nice to see this got a reprint. This entire cycle of cards from Torment, the Tainted cycle, Tainted Wood, Tainted Peak, Tainted Isle, and Tainted, what's the other one am I missing here? White, blue, black, Tainted Peak, Tainted Isle, Tainted Wood, and Tainted, Tainted Field. Is that the other one? Field, Wood, Peak, Wood. Okay. The Tainted series, they're very underrated if you're playing in black, because, I mean, it's going to be very likely that you're going to have a swamp. And even if you can't have a swamp, you get the colorless until you do. Tainted series is very underrated, in my opinion. All right, Temple of the False God. Here come our basics. And there we go. And here, this still perplexes me. This super thick, and it is super thick. I mean, look at, and it is hard, but what is this? What is the purpose of this? I mean, do you put this in the command zone? Does this act as your commander? I mean, does anyone really use this for any purpose? I don't know. I would rather have the big oversized card, but that's just your boy Burgeoning. All right, folks, this is the Witherbloom Witchcraft pre-constructed Strixhaven deck. What do you think about this? Let me know in the comment section below. This is MTG Burgeoning, your channel for all things magic.